Good afternoon. Welcome to our Buddhist Meditation Chapel led by the Seminary Choir. My name is Dr. Merriweather. I'm the director of the choir, but we have had incredible leadership from within the group to plan this chapel, and I'm so grateful to the members of the choir for organizing this service. We are going to be singing two pieces centered around the Buddhist tradition, and I will introduce those two pieces when we sing them, but there's going to be some opportunity for clapping and stomping, and I want to just invite you to join in with the choir when that happens. I'm going to now ask Ian to come up to lead us in an opening meditation.
Hi everyone, thanks for being here today. This is my first time ever leading a guided meditation, so bear with me. And if anyone wants to take a seat on a cushion, if that feels more comfortable, I'd invite them to do that. I'm going to grab it. So I'll like to invite you just to take a moment to feel your body and your seat connected to the earth. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable, or have a soft gaze. And as you're slowing down your body, just begin to notice your breath coming in and out. You can also notice if there's any feeling in your body, energetically, or maybe pain. Just notice what's there. As you're noticing your breath, your mind will likely produce thoughts about things that have happened today, or maybe things that are going to happen. You can just notice those as well. And notice that at some point they'll leave your mind. You might also notice those thoughts producing sensations in your body. As you're noticing your breath, something that I've been practicing with this week is focusing on an exhale, and in that exhale, just noticing an emptying out, and then naturally your breath will refill you with the life that's around us, that comes from those before us, and that continues on to those after us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ian, for leading the meditation. My name is Nobuko. The two songs that the choir will be singing today, Chant of the Sixth Patriarch and Tate Tate, are based on Buddhist sutras from the Mahayana school of Buddhism that is primarily practiced across East Asia. Chant of the Sixth Patriarch refers to a poem written by the sixth ancestor of Chan, or Zen Buddhism, Huineng. When Buddhism came to China from India, it became infused with the Confucian values of ancestry and the relationship of elder to student. In this way, Zen practice itself became known as a mind-to-mind transmission of the teachings of awakening from the teacher to the student in a face-to-face interaction. In our Zen Buddhist text class with Kosen, we very recently studied the sixth ancestor, Huineng. What is special about Huineng is that, unlike the Buddha and many of the other well-known disciples and teachers, Huineng did not come from education, money, or noble origins and then renounce that life. Huineng was an indigenous person from southern China who was illiterate. He worked as a woodcutter to support himself and his mother. It is said that one day, while out in the streets, he heard an itinerant monk chanting the Diamond Sutra, a well-known Buddhist sutra, and immediately he realized the deep nature of these teachings and experienced his own awakened mind. From there, he was encouraged to study with a master teacher, and after securing a livelihood for his mother's well-being from a generous donor, he left to study at a well-known monastery run by the fifth Grand Master of Chan, Hongren. At the time, the Grand Master had hundreds of students and was expected to transmit his authority as a teacher to the head student who would inherit his lineage. Master Hongren created a challenge, asking his students to demonstrate the awakening of their minds through the writing of a poem. The head student, Shen Su, a person of noble background, wrote the following poem. The body is the tree of enlightenment. The mind is like a clear mirror stand. Polish it diligently, time and again, not letting it gather dust. Shen Su's poem, while demonstrating a deep devotion to Chan training, did not fully express a mind liberated from attachment to forms. The Grand Master told him, "You have not yet seen your fundamental nature." Huineng, who was working in a mill in the back of the monastery, then dictated, since he couldn't write, his own poem to another monk. His poem is as follows. Enlightenment originally has no tree, and a clear mirror is not a stand. Originally, there's not a single thing. Where can dust be attracted? Huineng's poem demonstrated that he had penetrated the emptiness or boundlessness of his own body, mind, and the practice itself. Master Hongren then helped him to see further into the nature of form and emptiness as deeply interrelated, and gave him the transmission of the lineage in secret. Huineng is truly the underdog of this story, because his demonstration of awakened mind and earning of the lineage from the Grand Master as a poor, illiterate monk caused quite an uproar amongst many jealous monks of the monastery. Over time, though, even these monks sought out the teachings of Huineng, who helped them to free their minds from delusion and clinging into awakening. Huineng then helped spread the teachings of Buddhism throughout China, and is revered by many as an ancestor who broke through the cultural norms and attachments to hierarchies through demonstrating the brilliance of his own awakened mind, even though he was illiterate his entire life. Huineng's poem is in Chinese, is set to music by composer Brian Tate. And here we will also get to enjoy a violin instrumentation as well by Dr. Merriweather.
The Heart Sutra is one of the most well-known and beloved sutras of Mahayana Buddhism, the Buddhism of most of Southeast Asia. The sutra is often chanted daily in Chan or Zen temples across China, Korea, and Japan. The full title, a translation of the Sanskrit Prajna Paramita Hridaya, means the heart of the perfection of wisdom sutra. In the sutra, the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara gives a teaching to Sariputra, one of the Buddha's primary disciples. The sutra states that the 5 aggregates, the Buddha's teaching of the 5 core elements of reality, form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and discernment, are fundamentally empty of their own being. This teaching deepens the notion of impermanence of all things and points the way that everything in existence not only will eventually come to an end, but is actually permeated by the emptiness, the boundlessness of the entire universe. In the sutra, Avalokiteshvara points to what we might cling to and hold most dear as practitioners, that is, the Buddha's core teachings of the 4 Noble Truths, and says that even suffering, old age, death, and the path of practice to nirvana are fundamentally empty or boundless. In this way, the Heart Sutra liberates us from a concrete or literal understanding of Buddha's teachings and points the practitioner toward deep states of meditation in which this boundlessness of the entire universe can be realized within one's own experience. The sutra uses negation as a skillful means of pointing to what is there in the absence of concrete forms, the boundlessness and brilliance of the entire universe revealing itself through the very world that we see as form. This realization could be said to be the heart of the perfection of wisdom, the sutra's name. These teachings, when actualized in practice, are said to be liberatory and therefore a cause of celebration. The last line of the sutra, Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasangate, Bodhisvaha, could be translated, gone, gone, completely gone, over the shore, enlightenment, hallelujah. Crossing to the other shore is a metaphor in Chan Buddhism for enlightenment. So this praise points to a full and collective awakening of the mind in which everyone is truly awakened. The last words, Bodhisvaha, are a celebratory exclamation, translated, enlightenment, hallelujah. Composer Brian Tate's choral arrangement of Gate Gate reflects the celebratory and playful expression of the sutra's teaching. We'll now chant the Heart Sutra in English in the Zen tradition, followed by the singing of Gate Gate.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, great. So I'll be leading a chanting of the Heart Sutra in the Zen tradition. It'll be kind of accompanied by this wooden fish drum. So just maybe do your best. If this is your first time chanting, just do your best to follow along. Heart of Great Perfect Wisdom Sutra. Avalokiteshvara, when deeply practicing Prajna Paramita, clearly saw that all 5 aggregates are empty and thus relieved all suffering. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked by emptiness. They neither arise nor cease, are neither defiled nor pure, neither increase nor decrease. Therefore, given emptiness, there is no form, no sensation, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no sight, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of mind consciousness. There is neither ignorance nor extinction of ignorance, neither old age and death nor extinction of old age and death, no suffering, no cause, no cessation, no path, no knowledge, and no attainment. With nothing to attain, a bodhisattva relies on prajnaparamita, and thus the mind is without hindrance. Without hindrance there is no fear. Far beyond all inverted views, one realizes nirvana. All Buddhas of past, present, and future rely on prajnaparamita and thereby attain unsurpassed, complete, perfect enlightenment. Therefore know the prajnaparamita as the great miraculous mantra, the great bright mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, which removes all suffering and is true, not false. Therefore we proclaim the prajnaparamita mantra, the mantra that says Gate, Gate, Pada Gate, Pada Samgate, Bodhisvaha. Thank you. Now I'll give it back over to Dr. Merriweather. So we'll sing Gate, Gate. So thank you so much for being here. That concludes our chapel. We'll do just a quick, in the Buddhist tradition, anytime we hold a service or a ceremony, we'll dedicate the merit. So if you feel called, you can hold your hands in this position, Gasho. We dedicate the merit of our singing and chanting to all of our ancestors, Buddhist ancestors and otherwise. And I truly include all people, as today is also Eid, so we remember our Muslim siblings and their ancestors as well, as we dedicate the merits to them and to all those who are suffering, all those who are in need of compassion, in need of food, clothing, and shelter. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My friends, I'm grateful for this chapel today, led by the Seminary choir. We are grateful for the scriptures, which we have heard, the lovely songs, 2 sutras, and the guided meditation that helped us to achieve peace and mindfulness. Let's give them an applause. The choir consists of Eleanor soprano, Nobuko soprano, Victoria alto, Jane alto, Songil tenor, myself tenor, Brian, James, Ian Miles bass. Thank you for our music maestro, choir director of the Seminary Choir, Dr. Merriweather, Grammy nominator, director of New York Philharmonic Chorus, the Desop Choir, faculty in Manhattan School of Music and Brooklyn College. It's a pleasure to having you, especially the violin sounds so great. Thank you. Choir director and organist Sam, who is not with us today, but he supports us all the time. Thank you, Nobuko, Ian Miles, Brian, and all the people for planning and organizing. Thank you, chapel team, IT, facilities, for the support, back end. Both music and meditation hold a special place in my heart. From the words of Billy Joel, I think music in itself is healing. It's an explosive expression of humanity. It's something we all are touched by, no matter what culture we come from. Everyone loves music. From the words of Buddha, to live a pure, unselfish life, one must count nothing as one's own in the midst of abundance. Today is the festival of Eid, celebrated by our Muslim friends worldwide because it marks the end of the month-long dawn to the sunset fasting of Ramadan, or some of you may call Ramzan. Chapel announcements. This evening, we have a talk with our great artist, James, and reception commences by 6 p.m. and finishes by 8 p.m. Tomorrow, we'll be having a regular chapel service celebrating Eid and Interfaith Justice Caucus to learn more about Eid, the festive event, and celebrate unity, diversity, inclusion. Wishes. With this, happy Eid to all of you present here. May the spirit of Eid bring joy and happiness to your heart, mind, and souls. May the words of wisdom and mindfulness of the Buddha enlighten you. Best wishes. Happy Wednesday.